Hello and welcome to the show. Listen, it seems like every time we turn around, somebody, a celebrity, politician, anybody, they're getting canceled. Sometimes they do it to themselves. Sometimes they just get caught in the crossfire. My first guest today knows how it feels to get hit with backlash for lyrics in his music and opinions deemed by some as controversial on very hot topics. Jaceel Robinson, better known as Young Joc, is an actor, a rapper, and the radio host of the nationally syndicated morning show Young Joc and the Streets Morning Takeover. He's also a friend of the Portia show, so it is really nice to have my friend Young Joc back to the show. Hey, so good to have you.
Always a pleasure to be here. Thank you for having me.
Yes, indeed. How have you been?
I've been good.
Yeah.
I've been good. I've been working a lot.
Yes, I see you out there.
Yeah,
He's doing a whole lot. I'm happy for you.
Thank you.
I also appreciate your willingness to be able to talk candidly about what it looks like when you get pushed back for things you've said, lyrics from back in the day that sort of come up in a most unexpected time.
Yeah.
Let's talk first, though, about what happened with comments you made about Megan Thee Stallion. It's been more than 4 years ago now after she was shot in the foot.
Yeah. It's a very sensitive subject and topic because, first and foremost, we're talking about a firearm being involved.
Right.
And this young lady was shot in the foot, apparently, or a fragment hit her in the foot.
Mm-hmm.
However it goes, it's a lot.
She was injured.
She was injured. We know that much.
Yeah.
And, when you start talking of protecting our women, especially black women, it's too often where we hear that black women are the least protected species, human species. You know what I'm saying?
It often feels like that, yeah.
And so you have to be careful when you're talking about anything, especially from our perspective, a media approach. And in talking about it, you hear evidence that's presented, you hear all types of speculation, rumors. You know how it goes.
I do.
And you form your own opinion and your own, oh man, maybe this was this and this is that.
Conspiracies, all the things.
All of it. And when I was talking about it, I was like, you know what? What if it went like X, Y, Z? And basically, I kind of said that what if, in this situation, Tory, because he had got outed, that he was involved with these two friends, started off with the friend Kelsey, then he started messing with her. It comes out one night where they're drunk or something is seen happen. I don't know.
Right.
I'm just going off what's presented to the world. And I said, well, what if she reacted and he was trying to stop something the thing happening? People's upset with me because they're like, why are you trying to put it on the friend? I was like, well, it's just too many things that are untold, or why is it that she's able to not have to say X, Y, Z? Right.
But it was perceived as if you were basically saying this is you sound like you're blaming the victim, so to speak, right?
I never blame Megan. You can't blame the victim because at the end of the day, I think that's very unfair and it's very irresponsible. But what I did do is ask other questions because I myself, being a celebrity, I've been on the other side of the lens.
So your perspective is different in a way that folks may not always appreciate or understand.
You may not understand it because I'll give you a perfect example. If you see yourself on the news and someone is giving out wrong or false information or just irresponsibly reporting on you.
Putting an angle on something.
And you know your truth. When you're watching the news, it's going to give you a different perspective of how the media can sensationalize anything. And so sometimes, people like to call it devil's advocate. I've never been an advocate of the devil, so I never use that terminology as far as my way of expressing myself. But
presenting it a different
from a different angle, as you said, different viewpoint. And I basically said that, you know what, I don't know how this is going to turn out. And people were upset with me. And then I basically said, you know what, I was willing to make a bet. And I think that's probably where I went wrong.
Because it seemed, was it gimmicky? Let's talk about the bet.
It wasn't gimmicky at all. The bet was I was having a conversation on our morning show with myself, Miss Shanika,
and Shawty, friend of show as well.
Right?
Yeah.
And I said, Miss Shanika, if Tory is found innocent, then we get to shave your edges off. If he's found guilty, you can shave me bald.
Right.
And well,
Obviously, yeah, he was found guilty, 3 felonies back in December
and you see
2022.
ooh.
And here we are. So this is what happened.
This is what happened.
And Shanika shaved because you said I said this is what I was going to do.
I was just keeping my word.
Right, exactly. The lessons learned, though, because it seems to me, if I can say respectfully, words matter, right?
No, words do matter.
But
you know, that's an old saying, sticks and stones will break my words, but words will never hurt me.
Yeah.
That is so false. Words hurt.
They do?
Words hurt. They do.
They do.
I don't care who you can pretend, I'm not affected. That people are hurt by words.
Yeah.
And that's why we're having a conversation today about cancel culture.
Right.
Because some words can inflict a certain level of trauma, pain that make people feel like they have to retaliate or do something to put you on mute or pause.
Or pause, yeah.
Pause, chill.
Yeah.
Don't come around no more. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And let's but in that pause time, it sounds like there was some understanding of even though you were not trying to sound like you were blaming the victim, how it was said, how it was received didn't hit well, so to speak.
Well, for some people it did.
Yeah.
Because some people say, you know what? I get your angle.
Yeah.
Because we were not there, we don't know.
Right.
Right?
Right. But listen, I don't want to run out of time because you were talking about how words matter.
They do.
The lyrics
Lyrics.
from your song from 2006.
Ooh.
You say that turned into a situation where you weren't able to perform at a political rally. Explain.
That's correct. Last day before the election, a day or two before the election.
This most recent election
most
cycle,
recent
right?
presidential election. I was able to come out and with my cast of Love and Hip Hop. Originally, they asked me someone from the campaign. Let me just be.
Yeah, understood.
Someone asked me if I would perform, and I was like, "Of course, let's go." And the night before, they said, "Well, there's been a change of plans. You may not perform." And I was like, "Why not?" They said, "You didn't get cleared." I was like, "Well, did I do something?" I'm like, "I don't have a criminal history, like a record or nothing." I'm just thinking of all the things of why.
Right, your brand is clean. You're like, what is this happening? But it comes back down to lyrics from 2006.
2006 from my hit single is going down.
Yeah.
I'm sitting there. Next thing you know, I said, why was it I could perform? And a friend of mine said, let me go check into it. And they came back and delivered the news that it was because of the lyrics in this record where you say, boys in the hood, call me Black Donald Trump.
And that didn't sit well with some folks.
I mean, I totally understood. I wasn't mad. I was just like, wow, I get it. But here's the thing. For quite some time, I stopped saying that in my record.
And I think it's important to point out, though, 2006, right, is when you recorded that.
Yeah.
So it was a sort of a different... 2005, right.
Yeah.
So there was a different perception.
There was a different perception, a different propaganda behind the name Trump. Even when I was growing up as a kid, we said things like, oh, that's Trump type.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
Even generationally speaking.
I got to pull my Trump card.
Yeah.
Oh, you just got trumped.
Did that seem unfair? Were you? Because it sounds like you were definitely not expecting that. I
wasn't expecting that. But here's the thing. I totally understood. I understand politics.
Yeah.
That's a very simple politic. That can happen between you and I. Just imagine if I said some things about you one day, long time ago.
Yeah, I get you. All right, we're going to pause right there
because
there are a lot of layers to this. And up next, we're going to continue the conversation, but kind of from a different perspective, right? Okay. You know Rudy Currents.
Correct.
R&B, gospel singer, very talented. He knows a little bit about this whole cancel culture too, but from a different angle. His ability to sort of move smoothly from R&B to gospel gets a lot of applause, but sometimes raises some eyebrows. Rudy is going to share his take on cancel culture when the conversation continues. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I really want to thank you for season 3 of Portia. It's because of loyal viewers like you that we keep getting to share this daily dose of positivity all across the country. So just a reminder, I still need you to like, comment, and subscribe, and go ahead and tell your friends. You can catch us now in Orlando, in San Francisco, in Atlanta, and all across the country on Fox Soul. Tell your friends. We'll see you soon on Portia.